Okay. Looks like pretty good. I think I'm going to tilt it down a little bit so that it just shows barely at the top. Cool. All right. Welcome to the greater good, for the greater good.
Yes, welcome.
We are I'm going to check this on Twitch here to make sure that the stream is working correctly using the tablet. Yep, there it is. Turn my audio down. Cool. There we go. I'll just set that off to the side. All right, so we are enemies of the lodge. So we have we skip a lot of stuff here at the beginning, and we move straight into setup. We have we'll just go ahead in order here, I guess, and then also we can make sure we've got we got the tokens to go in the bag, so you can see those are on camera, and then we'll go ahead and Aaron, if you want to go ahead and put those in.
Yes.
Then off to the side, I have a contents duplicated as well, just in case I need it for Mary and Recall the Future. That's pretty good for our table visibility. Okay, maybe move it a little bit towards you so that it's.
That's good. You can still see all the.
Yeah, you can see everything. Yeah. Okay. Then we have. So we'll go ahead and get the setup on the table done. So we are enemies of the lodge. So we are using infiltrating the lodge up there, Act 1A. We are going to put the members only lodge gates, lobby, and lodge cellar into play. So we'll go ahead and do that here in just a second once we...
members only?
The members only is what we use, yeah.
Lodge gates?
Yep.
And lodge cellar?
Lodge gates, lodge cellar, and lobby. Yep. And here's the recommended setup. Lodge gates at the top. And the lobby, you basically, and then the cellar, and then the catacombs here, and the lounge there. There we go. We start at the lodge gates. We have searched the encounter, so I've got the encounter cards out. We have removed 3 copies of the Lodge Neophyte. They're sitting up there. We've removed the Keeper of Secrets and 2 Knights of the Outer Void. Those are all up there. And the Lodge Jailer, who's also up there. So the remainder of the sets are shown here. We've got literally just these 2 cards from that set because everything else has been removed. We've got this guy.
Everyone's favorite, Ancient Evils. Oh my gosh.
We've got the Cult, and we've got, of course, what's remaining from this guy, and Locked Doors.
You want to start shuffling?
Yeah, go ahead. So that is there. So we'll set up the encounter deck. Then we have the set-aside cards. So up at the top, we have the Puzzle Box, we have the Summon Beast, we have August Lundquist, and Nathan Wick. I have 4 set-aside tokens up here for keys. That's what's sitting here underneath for the greater good info card. Then we have the remainder, those are shuffled. And then finally, keys. We have, just so we remind ourselves what keys do. This setup of the scenario instructs the players to set aside 4 tokens. These keys are never placed in the chaos bag and do not act as chaos tokens. Instead, they represent keys. Keys can interplay via several different effects. So These are the 3 ways in the rules, and then there are card effects, of course. But 3 ways are: if a location with a key has no clues, an investigator can take control of the key as a lightning ability. If an enemy with a key leaves play, the investigator who caused that enemy to leave play takes control of the key. If the enemy leaves play through other means, place the key on the location. And finally, some card effects may allow investigators to take control of keys in other ways. When an investigator takes control of a key, he or she places that key on their card, and an investigator who controls 1 or more keys is eliminated. Place each of those keys on the location. As a trigger ability, an investigator may give any number of his or her keys to another investigator at the same location. And that is the end of the setup.
I really forgot about the keys at this one because they're the same. It's the same idea with the Innsmouth keys. So
it is. I thought about getting my Innsmouth keys out, but I was like, well, it's not really, because it references the symbols and all that stuff.
That makes sense. No problem.
So, we are infiltrating the lodge with Pinot Noir today. So cheers. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I can't think of a better way to start off the new year than with some Arkham League play. So.
That's right. And now, would you like to give a tour of Jacqueline after her upgrade?
Well, she's got her normal like special cards, and she now has the black book after the last scenario. She has her normal assets. The only thing I upgraded was an ineffable truth. So I can hopefully be a little bit more runaway this time. And I'm just going through her assets here. Those are assets, several events, nothing else crazy. Like I said, the only thing, and then normal skill stuff. Oh, there's an event that I need to put 2 more events up there. Like I said, only upgraded ineffable truth, nothing very exciting. So.
I, on the other hand, did small upgrades. Since I had an extra XP sitting around, I was able to get 4 XP out. So there are, of course, Mary's standard cards, Haunted, and her Guardian Angel. We now only have 5 skill cards, because I've removed one overpower. We have the Hallowed Mirror, 2 Rites of Sanctification, 6th Sense. Now we have 2 copies of Recall the Future, 2 copies of Olive McBride, 2 Enchanted Blades, 2 Winchesters. We also have some events. We've got some Premonition, Prepared for the Worst, which is going to go on Stick to the Plan, Righteous Hunt, which is also going to go on Stick to the Plan, a copy of Hand to Fate, 2 Scenes of the Crime, 2 Denied Existences, an Ever Vigilant, also on Stick to the Plan, and my 2 very new cards, Radiant Smite. So I'm looking forward to possibly using Radiant Smite with Mary, so we'll see what happens. So what I did is I removed Spectral Razor in favor of Radiant Smite. So we'll give this a nice zhuzh, since it was so well organized. And Mary is going to go ahead and bless the bag at the beginning of the game.
Thank you, Mary.
And Mary's hoping that this Winchester that Mother Mary Magdalene of Troy had let her use from the convent will show up so that she can blow the shit out of cultists.
Woo!
So we'll see what happens.
In the face.
In the face. We also have some beans and cornbread and greens on the stove, so there may be a moment where I have to take a quick jump into the kitchen to make sure that all that is going well. So Happy New Year to everyone out there who might be watching, and we will get started here in just a second once I finish shuffling. I think, yeah. Can I get 5 resources when you have a chance? Thank you. So I'm going to put my Stick to the Plan here on this left side, and then I'll put my regular cards. Actually, no, what I'll do is I'll put Stick to the Plan in front of those. That way it kind of denotes that they are on Stick to the Plan. And I'll use the other slots for the other cards. And you've gotten...
Yeah, Yeah,
your first
I
hand,
drew my first hand. I think I'm just keeping my crystal pendulum and then getting
sending
others.
everything else back.
Yeah. I need my arbiter of fate. No. That's
That's an interesting opening hand.
yeah.
Alrighty. Let's see. Good opening hand. I'm really hoping for a Sixth Sense. I'm really hoping for Olive, and I'm really hoping for Recall the Future, honestly. Because I think initially having some good cluing is going to be useful.
Yeah, I was hoping to have some sort of spell out, but it's fine. Maybe it'll be before too long.
Did you get... What is Familiar Spirit again?
It is an ally that lets you have an additional spell, which
That's
would be
right.
handy if I had spells. So,
That's new with Jacqueline.
so I have a feeling she's gonna be like a soak. She's gonna be a little kitty that gets just out to
Gobbled up.
take to throw the cat at the cult.
That's
just
right.
it's like
5 cards. So, Olive comes out. I'm gonna go ahead and keep my Enchanted Blade. And oh man, do I want to keep this? I'm gonna put those back. Here's the question. I feel like I can sacrifice the Guardian Angel at the moment for an attempt to get a different asset.
Okay.
See how well that goes.
Yeah.
So we have Promise of Power, Crisis of Fate, Hallowed Mirror, and finally Sixth Sense.
Woo.
So that was probably a good idea. Probably. Words that I'm sure that I will
Be like halfway through the scenario, be like, "Where's my guardian angel?"
I need my Guardian Angel right now. Oh my gosh. Nobody is. Yeah, there's nobody watching, so I'm not worried about it. Okay. There we go. So I'll put Mary's deck. That's fine there for now, I think. Mary's cards can go here. Sixth Sense, the Hallowed Mirror, Promise of Power, the Enchanted Blade, and Olive. And I think we are ready to go. So, did we decide who was going to be the lead investigator?
You were lead.
I'm gonna be
gave
lead.
you a little
Okay.
bit-
Oh, that's right.
Lead token.
I have the lead investigator token.
Do you want me to go and reveal?
Yes,
what's
let's
game?
go ahead and reveal that.
All right. Enemies cannot spawn at the gates. There are 2 clues here. As an action, you can resign. On second thought, maybe coming here is a bad idea.
Okay, and
Um,
it is connected to the lodge cellar.
It is hidden. You cannot enter the lodge cellar. It gains as an action. Investigators at the lodge gates can spend 1 clue per investigator as a group reveals lodge cellar. So we had to get the clues and then we can reveal it as an action.
Lodge gates. Oh, lodge gates gains that. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so we need to get those 2 clues and then move on. Well, I think I know kind of what I want to do. I'm going to stick to the plan.
Okay.
And get out my stuff. And so I'm gonna, so 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can get everything out. And then I can start investigating.
Okay.
Do you want me to do that first and see kind of how it goes?
Yeah, sure.
So Mary's first gonna go ahead and go first, and Mary will play Stick to the Plan, and she will utilize Ever Vigilant. So that goes into the discard pile. Ever Vigilant lets me play 3 assets, reducing the cost by 1 for each. So that costs 2, 3, 4, 5. So all of Mary's resources are gone. I'll just set these over here. And Mary has 3 charges on her blade. She has both of her, this way it goes, both of her arcane slots taken. So that was her first action. Mary's second action, we're going to investigate. So Mary is investigating at 4 versus 2. 4 versus 2. Do we want...
I can give you a book if you want it.
I need heads. I'm
Heads.
investigating with 6th sense.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm going to give you a question. So I'm going to say, what else in there?
Yeah, there's the bag contents that isn't the elder sign or the
I'll say symbol.
symbol.
Yep.
Okay. So
Well, I guess there's no really benefit to me playing this because it says you can return a spell from your discard to your hand.
yeah, let's hold that for now.
Okay.
Do we want to use Jacqueline or Olive to modify the results on the test, or do we want to save it for your turn?
I don't know that I'll be investigating my turn.
So do you want to go ahead and use?
Yeah, let's go ahead and use it.
Well, so we'll start with Jacqueline.
Yeah.
So we'll do 4 versus 2 and reveal 3, cancel 2. So we'll reveal 3, 1, 2, and
How
3.
dramatic! They're upside down.
I know. And we get 3 tokens. It doesn't really matter. We'll go with the 0.
Sure.
So that is a successful 6th sense. So Mary gets a clue, and then Mary's last action, she will again investigate at 4 versus 2.
Are you using 6th sense for
I
it,
will
or-
again use 6th sense, and I will.
Are you
I
going
think-
to do Olive or no?
I think 4 versus 2 is good enough to not use Olive.
Okay. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, so I'm just going to reveal 1 token. 1 token is the Elder Thing, and I've not reviewed what that will do.
-3.
If you fail, move all doom from the cultist enemy with the most doom. If no cultist is in play,
Reveal another token.
reveal another token. So
Okay.
if you fail, do all this. I did.
Okay.
If no cultist enemies in play have doom on them, reveal another token.
So you're just going to extra fail?
I guess. So I will reveal another token. I get a -2, so it's a big fail. And that was Mary's last turn, so Mary goes dark.
Alrighty. Jacqueline's going to play her Crystal Pendulum. And I'm going to draw a card first. Well, that wasn't fun.
Well, that's fun.
I am going to. My investigate is 3 versus 2.
I can technically give you a promise of power, and that's about it.
I feel like that's better off saving that. I'm just gonna draw another card. I need spells, so
The Black Book?
that works.
That's helpful.
And play a card exhaust and take X card and do something. Okay. Alright, that was my turn. Not very excited.
Alright. Enemy phase 0. Enemies moving on to the Upkeep Phase. Mary will activate her blessing and bless the bag. And then we move to Badness. Yeah.
Doom.
Doom and badness.
Lead.
Thanks. Oh look, the Cellkeeper. Any sanctum location. It's a
That's all right.
sanctum location.
The only one.
Okay, well that means he goes there. Spawn any sanctum, alert, forced. Place 2 doom and a random set aside key. So let me randomize these keys.
2 Doom.
Would you like to pick a random key? Okay, the tablet key. When you evade the Cellkeeper by 2 or more, take control of its key. So I'll leave these up here since they're already random. That way we can just go there. Alright, that's great. Love it.
Test 5 heads. Okay. I'm 6 versus 5. Let's see.
Do you want to use Jacqueline's ability?
Yeah. 6 versus 5. -1.
It's a fail, technically. Right?
But then it says for each point you fail by, then you discard the top card of the encounter deck.
Oh, okay, so it's 0.
So-
So it's a fail, but it doesn't, it's not,
Yeah.
it's a 0. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
Yeah. We're good there.
Alright, back to the investigation. We go back to our light sides.
Can I just go because I'm just gonna get rid of this because I don't want to deal with it.
Go ahead. Yeah. Sounds good to me.
I'm getting rid of my 13th vision and then playing my black book.
Alright,
That's my turn.
Jacqueline goes dark. Now Mary's turn. Mary is going to, you want to go ahead and use
Yeah.
Jacqueline's ability?
So I'm going to do this, and then I'm also going to say, what is your base?
So I'm at 4 versus 2.
All right, I'm gonna say 1 with this crystal pendulum.
So there's a part of me that says I should also possibly use Olive on one of those to help with the crystal pendulum. Because I don't, do you think I'm going to be, well,
No, I think just doing this with this is fine.
okay.
I don't think we can do all of right now.
So revealing 3, the pendulum is what?
I did 1.
1. So there is 1, 2, 3.
So minus X is the skull, X is the total number of doom among cultist enemies in play.
So it's 2.
Okay. Well,
So I've got a -2, a -2, and a 0, which means I succeed by. I can either succeed by 0 or 1 or 2.
It's fine. I tried.
So I guess we'll just cancel the 2
That's
and accept the 0. Mary gets the clue. Mary gets the clue. That was her first action. Then we will. Okay, so now the rear entrance to the Silver Twilight is hidden.
So as an action, you have to spin the clues to open up the cellar.
Okay, so now that's not a move action though, right? That's
No.
just yes. Okay, so yeah. Okay,
To reveal
so
it.
for her second action, Mary will take the action on the Lodge Cellar card. Spin
Reveal
the
it.
2 clues. And now it is revealed. And now for Mary's third action, I think Mary can go ahead and move to the cellar. The catacombs is locked, but we are in the cellar and it is connected to the lobby. So, okay, well, I guess we'll just have to go that way because we're not going to get into the catacombs right now. And the Cellkeeper is just going to be what he does. There's
2
not-
doom's just gonna sit there.
It's just going to sit there.
Blah.
Exactly. All right, so that Mary goes dark. And then we have, this is an alert, but he's not a hunter or anything. So we move to Upkeep. So we go back to our light sides. And Mary blesses the bag at the end of her Upkeep. So technically, yeah, that's good. Technically she could get her weakness. But she didn't, I didn't draw. Did I draw a card last
I
time?
don't think you did.
I didn't draw a freaking card. I was too concerned about blessing the bag and I didn't draw a card.
I don't know. I know you did. I drew a card.
I didn't draw a card. Because I should have 3 cards. Yeah, so we'll take that and... Okay, so there was nothing that would have happened.
Well, I forgot to take a resource last time.
Yeah. I was, like I said, I was so concerned about getting a blessing into the bag and not forgetting it. Okay. So anyways, we'll rectify that. So she now has 2 resources. She has Rite of Sanctification and Take the Initiative.
We're at 4 doom.
We are. Like,
halfway through.
we're at, the doom is just clocking along. This is for me.
Yep.
Oh, we're at 5 doom now.
This will be a very short scenario. Isn't it? We're at 6 doom. What the?
Well, we'll just move on to the next. We'll just move straight into the circle tests. So we are at 4, 6 out of 8. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Fun times here at the lodge. So we will go ahead with the investigation. Who needs more wine?
I mean, I still don't have anything to use yet, so I'll probably be moving and drawing a card.
I think maybe I should move into the lobby and keep investigating.
I say go for it. We definitely need to get a key to try to get down there to him.
So I will move to the lobby. So that has 2 clues and it has a key. 1 random key. So the random key is, because these are already randomized. There we go. So it has the skull key. Two clues. And it's 4 versus 3. So that was Mary's first action. Mary's second action. Mary's second action, I think, is going to be to investigate. And I think Mary will use... Mary will just take this... No, I think if I'm going to use something, I should use it now. So take the initiative is +2 right now.
Okay.
So I think Mary will take the initiative. So she's going to commit, take the initiative. It's +2 because it's her second action. And so Mary is at 6, yeah, okay. 6 versus 3. And Mary will draw 1 at 6 versus 3. She gets a blessed token. Mary gets a skull. So that is +2 -2?
Yep.
Okay. So the blessed token exits, the skull goes back in, and that is a success. She can't utilize the Sixth Sense ability because there's nothing else available. And Mary gets the clue. For the next action, Mary for her final action, Mary will investigate at 4 versus 3 and use Olive McBride to reveal 3 tokens. So exhaust Olive. Reveal 3 tokens at 4 versus 3.
Ew.
That's bad.
Ew.
Well, I'm going to cancel the Elder thing, and I will keep the skull. Yeah. Keep the skull and the -3, which is a big fail, and Mary goes dark. So you are now connected to this location.
Oh, I can do it through the front door?
No, it's not. I'm sorry. That's only through the lodge cellar.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It is what it
It's
is.
like I just walk on in. My friend came through the cellar, so I can just go through the door. That's right. I got a friend in there. Well, I'm going to move twice, and I'm going to investigate with a 4 versus 3, and I'm going to use my ability.
Okay.
So
4 versus 3, draw 3. Are you going to use the crystal pendulum?
Oh yeah. We'll say 1.
Okay.
4 versus 3, draw 3.
Yep.
1, 2, and 3. Okay, and I will pick the 0, so I succeed by 1, and that is correct. I draw a card.
And you get a clue.
Ooh. Thank you.
And now
I pick up the key.
you can pick up the key as a fast action.
So that was 1, 2, and investigate, I'm done.
Yep. Okay. Now we both have keys. So now we can actually get to the cell keeper. Oh.
I have to give you the key though.
I have a key too. Or no, I have a key. Oh no, I don't have a key. You have the key.
Yeah. I can give you you can.
It's an action though. Well, let's see what happens in the mythos.
Okay.
Because I can get there.
Oh.
Because of Righteous Hunt.
Okay.
Because it's only 2 locations away.
Well. Oh, that's not revealed yet. Okay.
And then I would add 2 bless tokens to the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
no enemies at our location. Mary blesses the bag as well as draws a card in a resource.
Oh.
Can I have some more resources?
Yes.
Thank you.
Resource and card.
Card. Deny existence. Perfect. Mary's blessings in the bag. Olive is back in action. Alright, so we have 4, 5, 6. We have a 7th doom placed on. We get badness. Badness is locked door. Attach to the locations
With the most clues.
with the most clues.
Just put it on the gates.
I would say let's put this.
I mean.
I'm gonna say put this on the lodge gates.
Yeah.
Because there 0 is the most clues.
Yep. That's kind of nice. Oh, it's an acolyte. Any empty location.
Oh, interesting.
After you enters play, place 1 doom on it.
So things are changing.
I'm gonna put him down in the lounge, I guess.
I think that.
I mean, otherwise he's gonna be in the way for us to get rid of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do
I don't
4,
think that
5.
we're going to be able to prevent, like, from a doom perspective, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's going to have 6. If I can go down here and
If you can get rid of him this next round, we can last 1 more before we flip over, right?
I don't think because of the force when we kill somebody, if I get down there and evade him, then I can remove the clues. And it would be evading at 3 versus 2, but I do have Promise of Power, and that might be worth using it. So I can get rid of his doom and potentially kill him. So I would yeah, I agree with you. There's a possibility that could happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm putting him down here. Place 1 doom. Oh, we wait.
Yeah, we wake up, and it's going to be your turn. Because if you want to give me the key,
Okay.
then I can try my shenanigans. Oh, you got clairvoyance.
Yeah.
Great.
So I can get some clues. Well, I can play clairvoyance and give you the key. Like that'll be my turn.
Do you want to deal with the?
And if I move down and try to evade it, I mean it's a 2 versus 2. Well, I got some plus ups. Maybe a 3 versus 2, but I might save my astral travel though.
Yeah, astral travel could be useful on this board. What do you
Alright.
think?
Well, how about I give you?
So
Key.
Jacqueline's gonna take her turn.
So I'm giving
First
you the key.
action, I take the key.
That is, I can give it to you. It's not take the key, right? Like, is that
It's give.
give or take?
Let's make sure we read it correctly. When an investigator, if an investigator who controls one or more keys, place each of those keys on. Oh, that's nice. As an action, an investigator may give.
Okay.
So
it has to be
it
mine.
does have to be. It does have to be your turn.
Okay. So give the key. I'm gonna move down.
Okay.
That opens up the lodge that is connected right
The
now.
lounge, yeah.
Lounge, sorry, lounge. 4 clues. Forced after is revealed, put the set aside vault and library locations into play.
They're up there. Nope. Oh, that's the other stack.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
that's not vault. And library into play. Put the set aside August Lindquist asset in play in the lounge.
He's up there.
Place 1 random set aside key on him. As an action, investigators may spend 2 clues per investigator as a group to parlay. Each investigator who spend at least 1 clue must either take 1 damage or 1 horror, remove August Lindquist from the game, and take control of his key.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is engaged with me now. I am going to evade him by using my ability. And I'm going to say 0.
Okay.
With a 2 versus 2.
2 versus 2, revealing 3 tokens.
Oh, okay.
That looks like a successful evasion.
I would agree. And I was
You said
correct
0.
here.
Yeah.
So I draw a card.
Yes.
Okay. So after you successfully evade an enemy, you can remove Doom from it, right?
Yeah. After you evade, remove all doom.
Okay. So he's evaded. And that is done. That was give key, move, and evade. So my turn is done.
Okay. So he is evaded in the lounge.
Sorry, that is connected there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. My turn's done.
Okay. Jacqueline goes dark. Mary, we're splitting up. Like, we never split up.
I know, right? We gotta handle these cultists.
I know. Okay, so Mary's first action is she will pay 1 to play Righteous Hunt. Choose an enemy up to 2 locations away, the Cellkeeper. Move 1 at a time to that location, engage it, and add bless tokens equal to the enemy's horror value.
Oh.
So Mary moves 1, 2. She has a key, so she's allowed in. She is engaged with the Cellkeeper. The Lodge Catacombs forced. When Lodge Catacombs is revealed, put the set-aside Inner Sanctum and each of the set-aside Sanctum doorways into play. So we're going to have to adjust, which I can adjust to the right.
I can move these over.
Yeah, I've got space over here, so
Oh.
yeah, you can move those up into that area if you want to.
Okay, how do I do that?
Yeah, there's plenty of
These are kind of over
place to see.
Can I put that there?
Yeah, well, yeah. Heck, I can move my deck over here onto the right side of this. So now there's a little more space. So the Inner Sanctum.
And these are all connected to that one, so.
The Sanctum doorway. This is the star. Oh, okay. Yeah.
They're all stars.
Oh, they're all stars.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just put inner sanctum down here and then doorways on the sides.
Okay. So that was Mary's first action. So the next action, I think, is going to be an attempt at evading because Doom. So Mary has Promise of Power, which I think is the best choice to commit here. So Mary is going to commit Promise of Power, which causes a bad thing token.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
And you're evading it?
So yeah, so I'm invading. So Mary is at 3 versus 2. And so Mary is at 3 versus 2 plus 4. And Mary is at, I'm trying to make sure it all makes sense. 7 versus 2. I feel like I should just reveal 1 token in this case.
Oh, that's
Yeah. So Mary is going to reveal 1 token, evading at 3 versus 2 plus 4. 3 plus 4 versus 2. Yeah. 7 versus 2. And that token is the -4.
Wait, but 7 is 7?
7 versus 2. So
Okay.
7 minus 4 is 3. That matters because I can't, unfortunately, that doesn't allow me to take care of that.
Of the key.
Yeah. But he is evaded,
Okay.
which means I can remove the doom.
Woo!
So the Cell Keeper is evaded at my location, and now he is only alert. So what I can do is I can, that was my second action. For my last action, I can fight. I think that might be the best choice. So for Mary's last action, fighting with the Enchanted Blade. So she's at 4 versus 3. Four versus 3. And use a charge to make it 5 plus 2, so 5 versus 3. Yeah, so Mary will use her Enchanted Blade at 5 versus 3 using a charge. And she will reveal 1 token. 5 versus 3. Oh. I didn't add 2 blessed tokens. One
When
for the
Promise the power.
no for the
Oh.
righteous hunt.
Oh. Okay.
Silly. So Mary is still at 5 versus 3. She is going to, you know what, given the number of blessed tokens that are in the bag, I think she will use Olive in this case. So reveal 3 tokens, 5 versus 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Interesting. So Mary will cancel I think we're going to cancel this guy.
Okay.
So now we resolve the blessed tokens. So resolving the first blessed token resolves to a 0. And resolving the second blessed token resolves to a blessed token.
Oh.
Resolves to a blessed token. Resolves to a -1.
Okay.
Okay, so Mary is, this is a canceled token.
So that goes back in the bag.
Well, yeah, it will.
Okay.
Then Mary, I've got my Sacred Covenant. So this is a total right now of -1 of badness tokens. An investigator return any number of tokens. So for sure, I'm returning this one, this one, this one. So she's at 5 versus 3, -0, -1. So she's going to return all the blessed tokens to the bag.
Okay. Nice.
Using Sacred Covenant.
Okay.
This gets returned to the bag because it got canceled, and then these get returned to the bag.
Okay.
Whew. That does 2 damage to the Cell Keeper. that was fun.
That
And
was
that
good.
was her last action. Okay, so now we move to the enemy phase. There are no enemies that are readied. So now we move to the readiness phase.
Readiness.
So the cell keeper comes to me.
The acolyte comes to me.
We get cards and money. Cash money. Card is Rite of Sanctification. We have
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm at 9 cards.
wow.
I know, right?
Wait, but you've got Arbiter of Fates. You have Arbiter of
I'm
Fates.
getting rid of my mirror.
Wow, the mirror.
I haven't really used it.
Is it an accessory slot? No, it's a hand
It's a
slot.
hand slot. I don't know.
Well, I understand. Astral travel is certainly something that we need you to have right now.
I debated between Familiar Spirit and this scrying mirror. I don't know how to get Spirit out. Nah, I'm doing mirror. I'm not
All
doing
right.
mirror.
So Mary got the Rite of Sanctification. She got a resource. Mary blesses the bag with her reaction skill. You and I are close to, but not at the clue threshold. So Mary gets a blessing into the bag. I think that's it. Ready to go to the next turn?
Yeah, I think so.
Doom?
Doom.
So we're now at 7,
6.
6. Thank God.
Yeah.
Okay. So 6 out of 8, badness. Centuries of Secrets. For each point you fail by, discard the top of the counter deck. So technically that's... I may have to discard cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a Blizzard order.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean is, if I have to discard cards from the encounter deck, then you wouldn't get that card.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I gotcha. He's back. Never mind.
So Mary is at 4 versus 5, and she will... There's nothing to commit, so it's just 4 versus 5. Mary is going to do 4 versus 5. -2. Mary gets a -2, so that is 2 versus 5, 3 cards. We're looking for a curse.
So 3 cards?
Yep.
So Wizard of Order, a Scheme, and an Omen.
Okay. So no curses?
Nope.
Okay.
So now my badness. If you control at least 1 key, which I do not, it gains, so, okay, it gets +1 difficulty. So I don't control a key, so it's a test 3 books. Okay. So my books are 4 versus 3. I'll make it a 5 versus 3. I'm committing Arcane Studies to do a 5 versus 3. -1, so that is a pass. I did not fail, so I did not lose a clue or heart. I'm good.
Okay. Back to the investigation. That's ready. Okay. I need to take care of this cell keeper.
Okay. I mean, I'd like to take care of my cultists, but I'd like to just punch them. But it'd be a 2 versus 3.
Do you want me to go first and then...
Yeah. You can go
see what
first.
happens.
Yeah. I'm fine with this.
My problem is there aren't a lot of clues over here.
And
I can't get into that one because we don't have that key yet.
we can get into here once we get this key.
Okay. Okay, so Mary is going to go first, and Mary is going to attack the cell keeper, and Mary will. So Mary is at natural 4 versus 3. I feel really good about just doing a 4 versus 3.
Okay.
So I will just do a standard Enchanted Blade attack at 4 versus 3. However, I will use Olive. So I reveal 3 tokens at 4 versus 3. 1, 2, and 3.
Ooh.
I get to cancel 1 token, and I will. So Mary's. This gives her 5 versus 3. This would cause me to reveal another token. So
Probably be nice to get the curse out of the bag.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I know, but So I could cancel the blessing, and then be at
It'd be
+1
minus 2.
-2,
I gotcha.
and then that means I need to get a 0. So I think it might be better to cancel the curse and keep those 2. Resolving the bless resolves into a bless. Another resolving of the bless. And the bless is a 0. So Mary will use Sacred Covenant to put the blessings back in the bag. And then the result of this is I get to add a blessing to the bag. And all of this goes back in the bag.
Good turn.
Wow.
That's
So
fun.
that was her first action.
Did you kill it?
That kills the Cell Keeper.
Okay.
So the Cell Keeper is dead.
But there's no doom on him, so that
And
doesn't
he has
happen.
no doom. So I get to take his key. So now Mary has 2 of the keys. The Cell Keeper goes to the discard pile. And it is now Mary's turn for her second action. So the question is, should I've already used my fast move.
I mean, I'm fine with you exploring the sanctum.
Should I just keep going deeper? So I will go to this sanctum.
You got your
doorway
little
location.
what is it? Candlelight to lead you through the sanctum.
That's right.
So
Mary has God's blessings.
I think this is thematically appropriate.
Yeah. So Mary is going to go to this room here, which happens to be the ceremony room. It has 4 clues. Do you mind? Forced, when the round ends, each investigator and ally asset in the room takes 1 direct horror. Cancel this effect if an investigator in the room has the skull key. So I can cancel the effect.
Perfect.
So that was Mary's second action. For her last action, Mary will choose to investigate. So Mary is at 4 versus 3, and she draws 1 token from the bag. So Mary draws a auto fail, and there you go.
Well, I still think that was a very good turn, Mary.
Mary goes dark.
Well, I'm gonna try to fight this guy
Okay.
using my ability and hope that I get some blessings. So
There are blessings in the bag.
I've seen you draw plenty of them, so I am hopeful that I can do the same. So it is a 2 versus 3. I draw 3.
Drawing 3, canceling 2.
1, 2,
Oh god.
and 3.
Well,
so
Do
what
you wanna-
happens?
you can take this chain and see what happens.
Well, I can.
You can cancel that by
cancel
itself.
This, and then what is this? This is the negative
-3.
4. 3.
-3. If you fail, move Doom from the cultists with the most Doom to the agenda. If no cultists have Doom, then you reveal another token.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna try. And
So no cultists have doom, so then this gains reveal another token. But I think that's not a bad thing in this situation.
Okay, I'm just gonna
So we're gonna cancel the auto fail.
cancel auto fail, draw another one for the bless.
Okay, so we're gonna resolve the bless. Well, both of these have to be chained.
Okay,
Yeah.
bless. Is another bless? Another bless? A -4.
And this has to be chained as well, because
Okay.
there's nothing with doom.
Well, wait, so I fail. Or no, not necessarily.
You don't. Well, yeah. I guess that's a good point. So we're at 1, 2, 3. That's +6, -4,
What's the +2, -3?
-3.
I mean, I started off with a -1 to begin with, so yes, I failed.
So you do fail. So now you have to resolve another token. It's a 0.
Okay.
So the
That was
blessings.
awful.
That was terrible. The blessings go back up here.
This is what happens when she tries to fight things. I mean, I don't know what to do now. I feel like I still have to fight it. I mean, and I don't have anything I can use. I mean, I can try to run away from it. It's a 2 versus 2.
Mm-hmm. But we haven't gotten out Yeah, you don't have your fighty spells yet.
No. I'm gonna try to run away from him,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say 0.
0.
Oops, I'm sorry.
Okay. So we're at
2 versus 2.
2 versus 2 to run away.
0.
So you do it.
Okay. Should have just fought him. Oh well. So I run away, and I really don't want to get tangled up in him again, so I'm gonna go retreat to the library, I think, for right now.
Because we have the key for that.
The vault is what has the key. There's no key on the library.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just gonna move over to the library. 2 clues. While you're investigating library, if you control the broken
Tablet.
token, the tablet, it gains -3 shroud.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm dark. I ran away and
Yeah.
that's all it is.
Okay. So we still have just 2 clues between us.
Yep.
All right. Enemy phase. There are no enemies. He readies. Everybody else readies. Cards and money. Premonition. Bless the bag. Badness. Do you mind dooming us, please?
We're at 7. 7 doom. And
Beneath the lodge, if you control at least 1 key, beneath the lodge gains peril, and its skill test is +1 difficulty.
I don't understand the peril part.
Test 3 books. For each point you fail by, you must either. Well, I guess it prevents other people from committing.
Oh, okay. For each point you fail by, either lose 1 clue.
Or take 1 horror. So books of 3. I'm going to commit Rite of Sanctification to give me 3 versus 3. Resolving 1 token. -0.
Woo! Good job.
I feel like this is a strange game because we're always like, how many tokens are we resolving for this one?
Expulsion. If there are no cultist enemies in play, which
There
there's
are.
one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the nearest cultist enemy readies,
Okay.
moves until it reaches your location, engages you, and makes an immediate attack.
I'm sorry.
Then place a key you control, which I don't on that enemy. Okay, so I just take 1 damage.
All right.
Trying to get away from the stupid cultist. Okay. Alright.
We're back to the investigation. I don't know that it matters what order we go in.
Can I go first? Because
Yeah.
I really want to kill this acolyte.
Go for it.
Okay. I am using my special ability to draw 3 and resolve 1.
Punch.
Punch him in the face. It's
2 versus 3?
2 versus 3. Yes. 2 versus 3. Draw 3. 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, you. Oh.
No. Ah.
No blessings.
Okay, I'm doing it again, but I can't do that.
You can only do it once. Well, the probability of drawing a bless isn't that bad.
I know, that's what I was hoping I'd do.
I know. Even with drawing 1 token, the probability of drawing a bless is pretty good right now.
I'm gonna fight him. I'm
Punch.
fighting him for 2 versus 3. This is probably a waste of my turn. Come on, bless. Miss Mary, I need you to bless the bag, like touch it or something. Oh yeah.
We'll do the sign of the cross.
There you go. That's fine. Come on, bless. Bless. Woo!
2 versus 3. 4 versus 3.
Come on, bless. Or 0. No.
Is that a?
They just cancel each other out. So
That
I'm
is
back to
cancel.
0.
Well, do you want me? I'm gonna. I'll cancel the bless
Okay.
because I can cancel it from any location.
I'm fighting him again, darn it. So I am 2 versus 3. Do I want to do this? Please hold. Yeah, I have to do this. 2 versus 3. Come on, bless.
Ah!
I give up. Okay. I'm done.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Poor Jackie. Should I? Oh man, I'm so deep over here.
Nah,
This
don't
is
worry
the
about me.
problem.
I've got my issues over
Heck,
here. So.
if you just want to astral travel over here and
Oh,
you know what I mean,
yeah.
I can just take care of it. It's just. Whew. This is a rough map with the way that the connections work. I remember that. That was nice about having Rita.
Mm.
Let's see here. Yeah, all the connections are there.
Yeah.
That's literally, we have to go backwards through that hoop.
Well, I was planning to get away and put out some cards to deal with him.
Yes.
And then that
And it didn't happen.
That didn't happen with that one card. So.
Mhm.
Blah. Hello.
Okay,
Mary,
my
what's your
turn. Mary is going to investigate. And I think Mary. I think Mary will just use. So Mary's going to go at 4 versus 3, and she will reveal. She'll use Olive to reveal 3 tokens. So Mary's at 4 versus 3. 1, 2, 3.
Keep getting that curse.
Wow. So Mary will cancel. I feel like I shouldn't waste. So I'm going to cancel that.
Okay.
So Mary is at resolve the bless. Mary resolves the blessing into the elder sign. So Mary is successful. The curse goes back in the bag. The blessing would go away, but then it comes back because of the elder sign, and that's it. So Mary gets a clue. We have 3 clues. Mary will investigate at 4 versus 3, and Mary is resolving 1. Soothing melody. Mary's at 4 versus 3. I feel like, so Hallowed Mirror would let me give me a +1. And it would let me put the Soothing Melodies into the deck. And that's not a bad thing for her right now. I think I might play the Hallowed Mirror first.
Okay.
And then I can commit one of my Soothing Melodies to this test. That way I can get a +1, and then it gives me some more pluses in the deck. Because I'd rather be at +2 on this test. So second action, Mary plays the Hallowed Mirror. That allows her to put 1 copy of Soothing Melody into her deck, into her hand, and then the rest get shuffled in. And then Mary will, on her third action, she will commit Soothing Melody to give her 5 versus 3 in the ceremony room. That way it gives a little bit of a break. Okay, so committing Soothing Melody. Last action, 5 versus 3. 5 versus 3, 0. Mary gets a clue. Mary goes dark. So now we have the clues. I think we should go ahead and initiate the act, right? Because I have 3 and you have 1.
Oh, yeah. We do.
Okay, so indoctrination. Because this, I think, gets us moving. If the inner sanctum is not in play, put it into play. It already is. Spawn the set aside Nathan Wick enemy in the inner sanctum. Master of Indoctrination side, face up.
Oh, Master of Indoctrination. There we go.
Attach the set aside puzzle box to him. There's the puzzle box. For the remainder of the game, the current act gains as an action, evade an enemy, remove doom. So we continue to be able to evade, so I'll keep that like that so that we remember that we have a reaction to remove. Okay, so Nathan Wick has spawned at the inner sanctum. After you evade Nathan Wick by 3 or more, you steal the puzzle box, add Nathan Wick to the victory display. Or we can just go punch him in the face. So if Nathan Wick is added to the victory display by any means, choose an investigator to take control of the attached puzzle box and advance.
So we can't get into the inner sanctum until we have that key, though.
That's right.
The cultist key.
And that's the key that we need. Of course. So now it's time to get keys. So we need to go to August Lundquist and...
You got to get his key to get into here to the vault.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or unless is there a key in here?
I don't think there is.
Okay.
I don't remember that they had keys.
Okay.
The keys were... Yeah. So. Okay. That was Mary's last action. Enemy face?
Yes, I get it.
Sorry, Jackie.
It's fine.
I'll come and help you now.
Thank you.
There's no reason for me to hang over here if I don't have the key. Hey, at least you've got the astral travel, so
Yeah.
that'll be useful. Okay. So ready our exhausted cards.
Money.
Cards and money. Scene of the crime.
We place the 8th Doom.
Oh yeah.
Discard the top 5 cards in the counter deck. In player order, each investigator must draw a cultist enemy discarded in this way. Top 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there's only one.
Player order. That would be me. I get a Knight of the Inner Circle. Spawn any. What does it say?
In player order, each investigator must draw a cultist enemy discarded.
Okay, so I draw it, so it spawns any location connected to mine. And so technically that's only one location. Prey most keys. Alert aloof hunter. After you enter Knight of the Inner Circles or vice versa location, test for feat. If you fail, Knight of the Inner Circle engages you.
Interesting.
He does not have Doom. So that is going to slow me down from getting to you.
So that was Doom, so now we do Badness.
Yeah, now we have actual stuff. Yay. So my badness is a locked door, which goes to the lounge, doesn't it?
Yes, correct. Any empty location.
Put him in my way,
Put him in your way
I guess. Don't you think?
to get rid of the Doom. Can we put him up at the cellar?
No, I don't know.
Put him in the I'll put him in the lobby. How about that?
Well, maybe put him. Maybe we don't worry about it. Although there's only two agendas in this whole thing,
Yeah.
and then we spawn that monster.
I'm gonna put him in the lobby. Yeah. Put him in the vault. Okay. Down in the vault, hanging out.
Don't you think? Or no?
I mean, I figure it'll be good to just go ahead and kill him. Well, you got to evade him.
I have to evade him and then kill him.
Yeah, let's put him in the vault for right now.
Yeah.
I'm fine with
We have 10 Doom threshold, so. Because I need to get to you to help you. I think it's more important to help you, to get you, like, spun up. Don't you think?
that. I mean, I am just stuck with this acolyte. Just like
I
feel
know.
like I'm like in the corner of the library, and he's like boogie boogie. I'm just like I can't do anything. It's like a little weak acolyte. He's like nothing, and Jacqueline's like frozen in fear. Anyways,
I think you're right.
all right. Wait.
All right, that's where we are.
Okay.
It's time to investigate.
I would like to go and
Okay.
fight this guy, and I'm going to commit this card to give me a 3. Make it a 3 versus 3 at least.
I did not bless the bag.
Oh, yes, please bless.
Oh, the bags are here.
I am fighting this acolyte at 3 versus 3. I'm using my special ability to draw 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 versus 3. I cancel those 2 to 0. I kill him. So that acolyte is dead. Finally. Oh, that's a relief. Okay. So my next action is to get out my Arbiter of Fates for 3.
Oh, it's a talent. Huh.
And I am going to. Should I move?
We need to have a total of 4 clues.
I put 2 of these out here. It should have been 2 clues.
Oh, you need to have a total of 4 clues in order to get August's key.
the soul.
Okay.
So play a spell or ritual from your hand, reduce the cost by 3. So that I'm gonna put out my clairvoyance for 1, and then it has 3 charges on it.
Okay.
And I'm
Dark.
dark.
Okay. My turn. I will. I need to move. Testing for. I really don't have anything to add to this test, so I feel like I'm going to end up getting into a fight. But I don't know any way around that. Because I don't have any feat to commit. So I will move. Unless you think it's worthy of me to try to get these 2 clues first. He is going to hunt to my location next turn.
Yeah, I think just go ahead and move it. I mean,
Just get over to help
yeah.
you.
I think go ahead and move.
For now.
Yeah.
I think that...
Because you're going to have to test that anyways, whether you test it now or later.
Yeah. So
Right away.
let's just get this moving.
And that's only a shot at 2, so once we get rid of this, then it'll be better.
All right, so first off, Mary moves to this knight's location. I have to test feat of 4. So 2 versus 4. Mary will draw 1 token. 2 versus 4.
Is the 1.
That's a minus 1, so it's a fail. So this becomes engaged with me.
Now you get the 2 versus 2.
Yeah. So I could try to just keep moving at 2 versus 2. There's 1 action. Second action I could evade. Third action I could move. Because then it gets me closer to you.
I would like this.
Rather than taking 2 actions to kill it. Although we're going to have to kill it at some point.
Might be better to kill it now before we get the thing on it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and attack. So next action, Mary is going to attack. And Mary will use a charge. Yeah, this is where it's tough. So Mary is at 5 versus 4 against the Knight of the Inner Circle. We got some.
Is it hard to see the table because of the light?
It might be harder to see my. I didn't realize that the sunshine is coming in. Move it up a little bit so it's not bad. Yeah. So 5 versus 4 if I use a charge. I'm trying to figure out if I should use premonition. But I don't know that it would help me. It's just going to tell me what's going to happen without, there's no value in that because I don't
Because you don't have anything to commit. You
Don't
got
have
the deny
something.
existence.
But I'm worried about, I want to use that for my badness.
Okay.
But you're right, it's a +1.
I mean, you don't have a lot that you can commit to it. So.
No.
Well, you got
This guy.
that guy.
I think it's 6 versus 4. I think that might be worthwhile. I'm going to have to test this twice. And he also hits me for 2. He's alert.
So if you fail,
If I fail, alert is for
evading.
evading. So it makes more sense for me to attack him.
Yeah.
He's not retaliate. So I will commit scene of the crime at 5 versus 4.
Draw 1.
I think
And you're not using your blade.
draw 1 using the blade. Sorry, yeah. So this is +2. That gives me 5 versus 4, 6 versus 4. Draw 1.
Okay, yeah.
6 versus 4.
Ooh.
Elder Sign. That is a success, and it is a blessing token in the bag. That is 2 damage on the bad guy. Now, for the last action, Mary will attack again. This time it's only at 5 versus 4, using the last charge on the Enchanted Blade. And in this case, I think we'll resolve Olive at 5 versus 4. So
Okay.
resolve 3 tokens, or draw 3 tokens, resolve 2. So here are my 3 tokens at 5 versus 4. You get a bless, and a skull, which is a -1. So I will can't.
I would agree with canceling the skull.
I will cancel the skull.
Because you haven't used your Sacred Covenant yet.
Right. Resolving blessing number 1 into an auto fail.
Oh no.
So I think that technically I resolve both blessings, even though it resolves into an auto fail. Although it doesn't matter, I don't think. That's the full resolution. I will use Sacred Covenant to put the blessings back in the bag.
Ouch.
Yeah,
That's sad.
that is sad. That's the problem with blessings. They do increase the probability of drawing the auto fail. Okay. That is end of Mary's turn. She goes dark. Enemy phase. I am engaged with an enemy. I take 2 hits. Where's that silly little card that I decided to get rid of?
Your hallowed mirror, or your soothing melody?
Yes. No, my guardian angel.
Oh yeah.
Oh well. So, upkeep,
Upkeep.
cards and money. Recall the future. Wonderful. Cash money.
We play Doom.
Oh, blessings.
Blessing. The bag. And Badness.
Centuries of Secrets, so this has a chance to mill the deck. So I'm at 4 versus 5, and we'll just go with 4 versus 5. Four versus 5, -1, so that's 3 versus 5, 2 cards. And we get a curse, or no?
Oh, sorry. No.
No curses.
Scheme and Monster, or Acolyte. So I'm drawing my Badness. Place 2 Doom on the nearest cultist enemy. So that'll be this little Acolyte down here.
Oh shit. I think we may have to kill the thing that's in the puzzle box.
I don't know if I'll ever get to the puzzle box. I don't know. Okay.
I should start searching for the 35. I know I brought it, so I have it somewhere. Okay. That was Badness. Back to, we're on our light side. Do you want to see what's going on your side?
I mean, do I need to come over and help you with that thing?
I don't. I feel like you should be worried about like getting all the cluing stuff. Like if we get the keys, it's gonna be tough. It is gonna be a tough. This is being bogged down like we got for a couple turns.
Alrighty.
Because you don't have an attack.
No, I mean I finally got attack spell, but I mean I can put that out.
The only thing that you could potentially do is jump over with astral travel, but then we still have to go back over there to get all the clues.
I gotcha.
Because the keys are all over there.
This locked door is gonna be an issue for me, but
Because my turn, I have Enchanted Blade with only standard attack, so I'm attacking at 4 versus 4. No plus damage. I got this bad boy, but it's not in play yet.
Well, I'll go ahead and go. I can probably get those 2 clues here, and then move over and try for that locked door.
What about August? Oh, you don't. There's not enough. Yeah, we don't.
We need more clues.
We need a lot more clues. Yeah, that locked door is the thing.
Well, and it says as a group. Yeah, so I mean.
Yeah. At least you have Arbiter of Fates and everything.
Yeah.
I would say go for it. See what happens. Because keys are part of the league points. So.
Okay. Well, I will go ahead and use my clairvoyance while I'm here in the library. So then I'm at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 versus 6.
10 versus 6. Are you using your ability?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and use my ability. Why not? 10 versus 6.
Technically, Arbiter of Fates.
Oh, sorry, Arbiter of Fates.
Yep.
1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna go ahead and just cancel those 2.
Yep.
And
take the +1.
And I get both, please.
Does a +1 cause problems for you?
Oh wait, yes.
Do you want to instead cancel? Well, it's up to you, because those resolve.
I'll take the 2 horror.
Okay.
I'm fine. Sorry, 2 horror.
Okay.
That was 1 action, 2nd action, and my 3rd action is going to be to. Oops, sorry, I need to do that. I mean, they're the same. To me.
Oh yeah, whether it's one or the other. The question is whether or not you have something to commit.
Which, I mean, I guess I could commit Azure Flame to get it 3 versus 4. Now I feel like I'm back to the Acolyte issue.
Well, yeah, you do have a lot of blessings in the bag, so that could help. You know.
Alright, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna use my I'm gonna use my crystal pendulum to say 1.
Okay. 2 versus 4.
I'm actually gonna make it a 3 versus 4. I don't want to get rid of that. So 2 versus 4.
Resolving 3 tokens.
Resolving 3. That doesn't do it.
Doesn't get you enough. You didn't get a blessing. Yeah.
Okay. It's my turn. Dark.
Okay. Mary needs to succeed.
I didn't realize you didn't have that much health.
Yeah, that's why the Guardian Angel is so useful. I've thought about getting Armor of Ardennes for her, but it's so costly, and we haven't got. I don't know. I do wish that Mary had the. I mean, I could test.
Are you running away or you're fighting?
That's what I said. I could test Runaway, because it may be more useful to run away right now. Because I'm at 3 versus 2 to run away, and I'm at 4 versus 4 to hit. I have to do that twice.
Mm.
So I think 3 versus 2 to run away is probably better. 3 versus 2. It's just failing this would be really bad. I could make it 4 versus 2 with premonition.
I mean, you do still have the deny existence, so you could keep it from doing damage.
Yeah, I could keep it from doing damage. Yeah, I mean, that's just the way it goes. It is what it is. So 4 versus 2. I could. commit premonition.
I feel like you're better just to commit premonition than to give an extra plus on it, right? Or no, I guess maybe it doesn't really matter.
Right now, it feels like committing to 4 versus 2 is a better thing.
Okay.
Because
Sure.
4 versus 2 with all the blessings is not bad. So we will commit premonition +1. 4 versus 2. And in this case, I will go ahead and draw 3 with Olive. So 4 versus 2, draw 3. 1, 2, and 3. I know.
That's a -3 right there. These are both -3.
Oh my god. I didn't get a single blessing.
Nope.
That's it. That's a fail. Because I can. Those are both that's a minus. It doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
It's still a fail. He is alert, so he does 2 damage to Mary.
You're gonna deny existence on that?
I think that it's time to deny existence.
I would agree with
I
that.
think that's the only way around this. When an encounter or enemy would cause you to discard, lose resources, actions, take damage. So I will deny the damage. And I'm going to try this again. Now at 3 versus 2, drawing 1 token. I don't know what to do other than that. Because now I've committed to this pathway.
I mean, you got that recall the future with a
+1.
+1.
I figured that that's my last chance if
Okay.
I don't do this successfully.
Come on, Miss Mary, run away.
3 versus 2,
What is it?
-2. I should have committed that. That's stupid.
no.
That was stupid. Mary takes 2 damage.
2 damage. Oh, here, you want one of these?
That's fine. She doesn't need a lot of them.
Yeah. So if you fail to run away from this again, are you running away?
I have to.
Okay.
If I don't run away, I will die
Are you
in the
committing?
enemy phase. I'm going to commit Recall the Future.
Okay.
So, committing Recall the Future, 4 versus 2.
Come on, bless. Ooh, that's a -3. Oh my gosh, Mary's dead.
Mary's dead.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mary.
I'm sitting here playing the odds too much.
Oh no.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Miss
Jacqueline,
Mary.
let's see how far we can get you.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry, Mary.
That's the way it goes.
Have a moment of silence for Mary.
We'll have a moment of silence for Mary.
So your keys, they just drop where you are?
The keys, they go to my location.
Well, that's just silly.
So, honestly, that's what it is. So Mary's got her 1 bad token. Oh man, I'm playing too fast and loose. I've done this before. Oh, that goes in
Oh, that goes back and back.
Yeah.
Well,
I swear there are blessed tokens in this bag.
there's
Yeah,
a lot of
they're
them.
in here.
I mean, I never got them, but let's see here. Well, that is the end.
Mary is eliminated.
That wakes up. These wake up. We place Doom. We're at 5 Doom. That's fine. Money and card. Sorry, money and card. Okay. I take badness. Place 1 Doom on the nearest cultist enemy. Then, until the end of the round, increase the difficulty to fight, evade, or parlay with that enemy by 2.
Okay.
I don't think I'm really getting to it this round anyway, so.
Not a big deal.
Let's see here. Well, I guess I gotta try to break down this door somehow. I'm going to make it. I'm going to commit as your claim to make it a 3 versus 4. I'm going to use my arbiter. 3 versus 4, draw 3. Okay.
There are the blessings.
I'm going to keep both the blessings and resolve each.
Okay. Oh my god.
Okay, so that's -4. So those cancel. I'm still at +2. Okay, so I break down the door.
Yeah.
Finally. Okay, so those go away.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Thank you. I'm going to clairvoyance. Oops, sorry. Using my head, so 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. 10 versus 2. I am not going to use my ability on this.
10 versus 2? Yeah.
10 versus 2, and that's a -4.
-3.
-3. Okay, so we're fine. So
That's a success.
and 2 additional clues. So 1, 2, and 3. I am at 4. I can turn in 4 clues to parlay with this guy
Mm-hmm.
to take each investigator who spent 1 clue must either take 1 damage or 1 horror. Remove him from the game and take control of his key. Okay, so he's removed from the game. I'm taking control of his key, spending these clues, and I'm going to take a horror. Okay, so that was I'm now dark. So I broke down the door, investigated, and then spoke with him.
So you got the key.
Yep, got the key. So, ready this. Wake back up, take a resource and card. Place doom. We are at 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 doom. I am drawing a card. Oh, wonderful. That again. Place 1 doom on the nearest enemy. I guess this will probably matter this round. He's fight, evade, and parlay. Is in bite by 2. Okay. I feel like I don't think I have anything in my deck that's gonna help with a fight besides this spell I already got rid of.
Right. Do you want to go get those keys and leave and use that to...
Oh, he would have moved. Sorry.
Oh yeah, he would have hunted, yeah.
Would he have moved at the end of your turn?
He would have moved... I would have been dead and he would have moved at the end of my turn. So technically he's in the lobby. Yeah.
Lobby.
1 point per key plus 2 per resolution, 1, 2, or 3. So if we get all the keys, that's 4 league points.
I mean, I hate to move. If I don't move into there, I'm gonna have to do that. Okay. I'm going to draw a card
I'm gonna
first.
check on this food.
Sorry. Great. I'm gonna draw another card. turn, put dark feature into your threat area. You cannot cancel or ignore. Reveal 5 random tokens. I'm gonna reveal 7 random tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. So I do not get rid of my dark future. And I take a damage.
From the bad guy.
He moves down. Oh, I didn't. I revealed the. Well, there's 2 clues here. Force after is revealed, place 1 random set aside key. So key is there.
Last key.
Alrighty. Took my damage. We're gonna place Doom. Sorry,
I got it.
Doom up there. This is out of play.
4, 9 out of 10.
9. Find the 2 topmost cultist enemies in the encounter discard pile and spawn them in an empty location with the most remaining clues. In an empty location with the most remaining clues.
Top 2.
Top 2.
Acolyte. Acolyte. Spawn them. Empty location
With the most clues.
with the most clues. That's not an empty location. So then
Does it
next
just go
empty.
there again?
The next. So then next empty location. All next would be 0 because these
Oh.
get spawned at empty location, right? It says spawn at empty location.
Spawn them in the empty location. In the empty spawn them in the so
They both go there. I'm sorry,
You're
I
good.
misread.
You're good.
So we got 2 acolytes, each with Doom.
I ran out of Doom over here.
Yes, we've run out of Doom. So,
I can't do that. So I'm gonna be crazy, and I'm going to investigate to try to get that. Question. So if
yes.
for league points, since these are on the location, do they not count? Or do you have to be like,
It's not clear it's not clear how they're.
okay,
I'll ask in Discord.
okay. I'm going to investigate. I'm going to take an attack of opportunity to investigate. I'm going to do 1 damage to me. I am doing the last of the clairvoyant to investigate at 10 versus 4. I'm going to commit prescient to say symbol. And I draw 1 token. -2. Okay, I'm successful. So I get those 2 clues and the key. This was not successful. He already did damage to me. So.
So technically we have 4 keys. Well, you've got 2 keys there.
I'm gonna run away from him. Maybe I should run away from him first. I should have done that first. Can't really fight him. It's gonna be a 2 versus 2. Really a 1. Which is like right now, so no. I didn't do anything. I'm gonna try to fight him. No. Yeah, 2 versus 3 fight. Ooh, what's that? +1. Okay. Yeah, I kill him.
So one of his doom goes up to the doom clock.
Okay, so just 1?
Just yeah, it's I think that's what force says. Says when you defeat an enemy, you leave behind evidence. Move 1 doom from each enemy at that location to the current agenda.
Okay. Well.
So just 1 doom moves.
Okay.
Let's get your Elder Sign back in
Oh
there.
yes. Because I gotta test this Dark Future, I'm using my Arbiter of Fates to draw 7. Ooh, yay!
All right, successful Arbiter of Fates, or
So-
it's a successful
Dark Future.
Dark Future,
Dark Future goes away.
resolution.
So now I can use that. Let's see here. This wonderful guy moves over. So now he moves into my location, so I have to test 4. Four feet. I'm going to use this to check. So when I draw 3, it is a 2 versus 4. 2 versus 4. I am drawing 3. Nope. So he engages me.
Ugh.
But he would have attacked at the beginning of the round. He moved.
Yes, that's correct.
And then now he's engaged with me.
Wait, so hold on.
Sorry.
He would have. So he moved during the hunting phase.
Correct.
Forced happens immediately before the. No, so he does attack you.
Doesn't it attack first though, before he moves?
He attacks. The hunter phase is after. There's before
Right.
the attack phase.
Oh.
So he does attack you. Round sequence. Enemies with hunter keyword move.
And then
Then each engaged enemy attacks if able.
Okay. Well, I'm dead. So I died. Beeper.
Well, there you go. So I don't know how many league points that is.
Okay.
If it's 0 or if it's 4. Because technically we had gained control of all 4 keys, but then because we were defeated, I don't know if that means that I would guess that it means we get 4.
Okay. Well, when we have victory, we got 2 victories.
Oh, did we get victory?
These
Wonderful.
2. I got the clues from those 2
I
locations.
unfortunately was unable to get victory over there in the ceremony room.
So we got 2 victory at
2
a minimum,
victory points
and
and
then maybe some
maybe
keys.
4 league points. Because the league points for this game are keys, 1 point per key, and then 2 points for getting resolution 1, 2, or 3.
Okay.
So,
Uh,
so that would be. I think that's 4 points, but I've asked and I'll.
well, we didn't get any resolution though. We all got defeated.
Yeah, so we won't get.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get resolution. So yeah, so what happens for defeat, right? If no resolution was reached, you manage to escape and flee on foot. This is not what happened last time, so this
Yeah.
is new for us. In your campaign log, record that the guardian of the trap emerged. I'll do that in a minute. Each investigator earns victory, so we get 2 victory, and we go to interlude 3. So interlude 3, the inner circle, and wait, skip interlude 3 and proceed directly to union and dissolution. I'm sorry.
Oh, so we don't do the interlude.
We
at all.
don't get the interlude.
Okay.
So we get it is what it is. So there we go. So we're at.
So we both have physical trauma.
We both have one physical trauma, and the badness happened. The thing escaped.
Okay.
So we don't know what happens when that happens.
Beeper.
If anything. Since we've skipped over certain scenarios. I will adjust our campaign log accordingly. Well, so I think that if I had to go back and think about this again, maybe splitting up wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, especially with my abilities, I probably really should stick with you.
Yeah, I think that, and one of the guys on Discord had said, "Hey, why don't you take Safeguard as a way to stick with you?" Because Safeguard lets me move with you as you move. When you take a move action, I can exhaust it to move with you.
Okay.
And so, and maybe instead of going after Recall the Future, which didn't help at all, I should have taken Safeguard and tried to stick with you.
Well, regrets. It's fine.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes. It's fine.
It's all good. It's fun. That's what we're here for.
It was fun.
I enjoyed it, regardless. I like Mary a lot. I think that this is my first playthrough with her, and your first playthrough with Jacqueline, so we're kind of learning how to play them.
Yeah, I mean, I've liked Jacqueline a lot.
I will commit our information to the whenever they answer the mail on what the league points are, then I will submit our play.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
So thanks for watching.
Yes, thank you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year and happy investigating.